What's up guys? So it's a great time to be building AMD PCs right now because the prices for both the CPU and the motherboards, I'm talking about the Ryzen 9000 CPUs and the B850 and the X870 motherboards have gone down by 10 to 15%. It's Q4 2025 right now, and if you're around this time, you're looking to build a nice gaming system, then the AMD 9000 with the X870 or the B850 platform is the platform to go for right now. I would recommend you go for the X870 platform because of some features which I'll get into as we progress with this video. So now if you're building a PC and you want to be future proofed and you want to have all the things that you just need but nothing more, I've been looking at motherboards, I've been testing many motherboards, and then I found out that the best motherboard actually to solve most if not all needs is the MSI X870 Gaming Plus Wi-Fi. This motherboard used to be around 28,000. It can be found now for around 22 to 23,000. And I'll just explain to you the features of this motherboard and why I think that if you're looking to build a Ryzen 9000 series CPU with the latest features and you want to be future-proofed, then this is actually the best price to performance balanced motherboard that you can go for. There's also the MSI Z890 Tomahawk, which is a little more expensive, and it does have some features which I don't think so you would use, and I would suggest another motherboard for that. But the X870 Gaming Wi-Fi Plus by MSI is a very nice motherboard that you can go for if you're starting out on building a Ryzen 9000 series computer. So let's have a look at the motherboard, and I'll explain to you why I would prefer this over the B850 and why I would prefer this over other motherboards considering the very sensitive price point. So let us begin with the storage ports. With the X870, it's a mandatory Gen 5 SSD that you get, and you get one Gen 5 slot over here, which is toolless removable. There are boards that offer you 2 Gen 5 slots, even 3 Gen 5 slots. But the thing is, first of all, Gen 5 drives are expensive. Okay, one drive will be costing you 15,000-20,000 rupees or more. I mean, not less, but more. So it's expensive. So you want a drive where you'll install your OS, you'll have your important games and your important applications. So just one Gen 5 drive is enough actually, and you can have Gen 4 drives. So this has two more Gen 4 M2 slots. You can have 2 Gen 4 drives over here. You also have 4 SATA slots over here. So if you want to archive some of your files and you want the big storage capacities, then you can go for this. So this is pretty much what normal person, normal enthusiast gamer or a content creator would require. You won't really need anything more. So don't get misled by the motherboard marketings. You don't actually need those expensive motherboards, because the good ones, there are motherboards which give you everything that you need, nothing more. And this is one of them. Next, yes, so you get a Gen 5 PCI Express X16 slot, which is again not mandatory in the B850. Why you need a Gen 5 PCI Express slot? Because if you'll be using the latest gen graphic cards like the RTX 5000 series GPUs, like the 5080 that I have in this one, then you need a Gen 5 slot for the best performance. And you get one Gen 5 slot. You get only one, not 2, not 3, not 0, just one, because you need just one. You won't really need another Gen 5 drive unless you're doing something really complicated and something not normal. So if you're a not normal guy, then maybe you can go for those motherboards. And then yes, these are the normal PCI Express slots where you can put in your sound card, your expansion cards. Now the other important feature that this motherboard and the X870 series has is USB 4 support directly with the CPU. So you do get one USB 4 Thunderbolt 4 slot over here, USB-C. This supports around 40 gigabytes per second. So by the way, the B850 and the other AM5 motherboards, they don't support USB 4. The B850 supports a maximum of USB 3.2, which is half of the speed of USB 4. So USB 4 is 40 gigabytes per second, whereas USB 3.2 is 20 gigabytes per second. So again, why I'm recommending the X870, because you get this really important USB 4 feature. And the thing is, it's not just about transfer speeds in files. USB 4 will enable support for, say, if you want to dongle in a 4K monitor and run it at 120 Hz with 10-bit color, then you need that USB 4 port. So it has really important applications, and the X870 will give you that. There are not so many applications right now, but as we move ahead, we're looking at the life of this. We're looking at how future-proof this is. The USB 4 is a very important feature to have. Apart from that, you also get another USB-C, which is a USB 3.2. Then the other feature here, which you'll find in B850 boards, but not in all B850 boards, and that is, so we see here, This is the USB-C, USB 3.2 front panel port. So yeah, important feature to have if you're using a modern cabinet with a USB-C in the front. And you just need one, you don't really need two. If you want to connect more than one device, you always have the back. The other things that this motherboard has, it's pretty standard and it's pretty much what you need. So if you look at the fan headers, so here are 3 fan headers. 2 are for the fan, 1 is for the pump. Even if you're using a 360 AIO, the CPU pump and the fans go here, then the fans for your radiators can either use one or can use more fan headers. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So even if you have 4 or 5 case fans and you have a 360 AIO, you can connect all the fans over here. You can modulate the fans individually. Same goes for the ARGB ports, because this has enough. So there's 1 here and there's 2 and 3. So enough ARGB support if you buy something like a 360 AIO. So you will get the splitter interface. So you won't really need all of these, but in case if you do, it's there. X870 also gives you Wi-Fi 7. So this motherboard does support Wi-Fi 7. You also get 5 GB LAN Ethernet, and you also get Bluetooth 5.4, which is again a feature of the X870 chipset. So if you're looking to buy a CPU like the 9900X, the 9850X3D, the 9950X3D, you can easily do good with this motherboard. It has nice build quality, a lot of cooling options, a lot of heat dissipation options. It has a 14+2+1 power interface, which should be appropriate for even the highest end CPUs. I think it's a great board. I think it's a win-win board, and keeping the costs low, you still don't miss out on a lot of future proofing features. If you have more questions about building a Ryzen 9000 series PC, or you have more questions about this motherboard, or if you have a specific use case you're looking for, let me know in the comments. And Sahil out.